Oh,
welcoming Dan and Helen from Pado. Woo!
Hello.
hello.
Can you guys introduce yourselves and then introduce the game?
Sure. Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm the founder and CEO of Pato Labs. We are the creators of an upcoming title called Starlight Revolver, which is a magical girl online roguelite inspired by IPs like Sailor Moon and games like Hades. Helen?
Hi, I'm Helen. I am Pado's product associate, aka Dan's minion. And yeah, I'm really excited to show Leah this playtest.
Woo! What is Pado? And then what is Starlight Revolver?
Oh, so Pato is a game studio, but our bigger vision is to be a consumer company that builds products that connects people together. We're making games, but in general, we're interested in any kind of product that basically gives people a reason to have community, to discuss around a shared interest, and then to engage with that interest through a variety of mechanisms, whether it's playing a game or playing a mobile game. And with our IP, we also want to come up with like merchandising and other sort of form factors that might be more accessible to more people. The name Pato is actually my gamer tag, so please do not look me up on
Do it.
any
Look him up on
tracker
everything.
website. Yeah, don't look me up.
He
What's
plays
his
a lot
peak
of
rank?
League. You can look him up on
Please do
OPWP.
not. And Starlight Revolver is the first game we're making. It's kind of like an online social game inspired by games like Hades, as I mentioned, but also Monster Hunter, and then like social web games and MMOs like MapleStory and Club Penguin gives the overall vibe.
And why did you decide to call it Starlight Revolvers?
Ah, okay. So Starlight, just because it's a very evocative anime magical girl term. Revolver actually has a lot of meaning inside of our world building. So Revolver is the name of the devices that makes our heroes. They're these kind of Y2K inspired gadgets. There's 1,000 of them in our world, and each of the characters, the heroes in our world, that can the idea is they live in this modern metropolis where the economy is powered by resource transfer and adventure between this modern city and these dream worlds that the revolver can open a portal and give you access to. And there's 1,000 of them. Each character has a revolver that basically suits their personality. When they activate it in the real world, they will undergo a henshin transformation sequence that turns them into a like a superhero version. We call it their true selves. And so, for example, the character that you'll be playing turns into this very elegant queen that has two pistols, and then my character that I'll be playing goes from being like a delinquent in the real world to being a superhero in the dream world.
It's very Persona-esque.
Yeah.
Did you
The
ever play
revolver.
Persona?
A little bit, yeah.
It's an add-on to the revolvers. Like when you load into the game, Leah, in the city, when you press space, you'll get on a hoverboard essentially, and that is your revolver, like in the city.
Ah, okay. So I'm
And
still in
then,
the loading right now. So there's Effie, Kira, and Ren. So I will
yes,
play Kira. Elite
yes.
Diver. Okay, I'm
Yeah, and
loading
when
in.
you load into Somi, the revolver that is your hoverboard in the city turns into your weapon in Somi, basically.
Okay, unlock stickers. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, I'm here. All right,
Should
guide
we give
us.
Leah a tour of Nim?
Yes. Wait, should we take this elevator? No, let's take the long way.
Okay.
Follow me.
Woo.
So you're riding on your revolver. Okay, this is our picnic area. During our playtest, our community likes to come in here and actually spam fireworks until the entire lawn is covered in fireworks, and it's quite chaotic, but it's really funny. If you come down here, oh, I lost you.
I'm here.
Dan, are you with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was testing out Ren's new sit emote.
Oh, if you come down here, this is Clover. This is our NPC we did in collaboration with Lily Pichu. So you can actually interact with her menu over here. If you also interact with Clover, a dialogue box comes up. These dialogue interactions are actually unique per depending on which diver you're playing. And you'll find a lot more of these interactions all around the city. So it's a fun thing for our community to be discovering them as we put them in.
Oh,
Oh,
the
and these dialogue interactions also change based on time of day.
Oh, this is so pretty. And so you guys did a collab with Lily to bring Clover to life, and will she be a character ever that's playable or just part of the city?
No, no. So Clover is our first NPC, and she owns this cafe that you see right here. And
Ah,
essentially, when this is fully implemented, divers will be able to come to this cafe and buy food to refuel before their run. And I
okay.
like to think about it as power-ups before your run, if you can afford it.
Okay, cool. This is so
Yeah.
cute.
So if you come from here, do you hear the music as well? So music in the city also changes based on your location. And the song that plays is our collab with her, with Lily Pichu.
Oh, this is her voice?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think since last time you played, we've updated our fishing game, so you'll have to wait for the fish to bite onto your lure,
yeah.
and then you click, and then it's like the Stardew fishing game.
Okay.
I don't think you're fishing right now, are you?
No, I'm on my bare hands. Hold on, let me get.
Oh wait, damn, my computer's about to run out of battery.
Fishing equipment, starter
Oh,
rod.
you're crafting your rod, I see.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. So fishing, so that has one of our outgame systems implemented right now, where you can craft rods to make the game easier. You can also craft lures. What we haven't implemented is for the lures to be social. In the future, if you put down a lure, everybody at your dock, like near you, will be able to receive the benefit.
And the fish just help me on my runs?
Yeah, fish will be a crafting material. And then you can craft a variety of things with crafting materials. Some of the things can help your run. If you actually want to check it out, if you press tab, you can go to gear
Oh,
tab.
shoot.
And if you actually, I guess you would go to the crafting tab first. So if you go to crafting tab, the first tab is something called trinket. If you click into them, you can see the different buffs they provide you. So if you get all these crafting materials, some of which are from fishing, some of them are from doing the run itself. If you craft them, you can equip them in the gear tab. If you go to the gear tab and click sew me, which is your fighting form, and then you click into one of the trinket slots on the bottom, which is next to the hammer, or for you, that's next to your weapon. Once you have crafted a trinket, you can equip them here, and then you'll take them into your runs.
Cool, cool. Cool, cool.
Wait, Leah, do you have fits on your character?
I think I might have bought something. Is that a fit? Is it? I don't remember
You
if
can
I.
check. You can check in the gear section in Nim. Yeah.
I probably do.
If you're having trouble catching the fish, I recommend crafting the Puni Puni rod. It's
Oh,
not
I got it.
much more expensive. Oh, you got one?
Yeah,
Nice.
how do I exit out once I press T?
I
Just
think
tap
you
the
just
fish.
have to, you can start fishing, but then you can just click and
Okay.
it'll knock you out
Okay.
of your.
Yeah, so we have a lot of these docks. Anyway, oh, here's our second NPC. He's the fishing docks NPC, but he's not fully interactive yet. But he has a dialogue box.
Okay. Oh, the art's so pretty. How many
Yes, we-
iterations did you do to decide on this color scheme? Like, it's so visually not too harsh, but still really pretty.
We did a lot of research and consideration. I wouldn't say we did a bunch of iteration because like the art style as it is now is the natural development of the direction that we wanted to take, but the direction we wanted to take was a lot of as trial and error. 4 years ago we were originally like a top-down pixel art game like the old Zelda games, and then we decided to move into 2D isometric, so closer to Hades. And then we moved into this like 3D isometric, very like ethereal blue, white, and gray and black, a very clean aesthetic. And we went with that for a long time, but really the thought process was when we were testing like the appeal of our characters with our player base, it, people generally liked our characters, but we didn't see the passion that we thought we really wanted to see, especially since it's an anime game. And so we made the hard decision to go back to the drawing board. And the way that this specific art style got picked out is our creative director came up with 3 potential directions starting from a mood board. And those ideas continued getting developed bit by bit, and we went with wherever the studio's energy went. This one just got like the most internal traction, and like people just kept building onto it and getting excited about it. And eventually we picked it because 1, it's where the energy went, and 2, it's just as a litmus test. It was clear that this was going to be very distinctive, and so if you saw this among 1,000 Steam releases, you would at least give it a look. And we feel like that's just table stakes for breaking out as a new IP these days, so that was very important to us.
Totally. It is very hard to get noticed on Steam.
Yeah.
How do you guys think about, because you have a beta coming up, and when are you planning on launching?
So when we're planning on launching is not announced yet, but it will
Okay.
be early access is this year, and full release will be
TBD.
later than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are you guys still planning to do the traditional games marketing, like Steam Next Fest, or are you thinking about promoting differently, just given this art style standing out and just your strategy?
We're doing a mix. We tried everything because originally we thought we were like following the best practices and we were doing festivals, press, creators, and doing our own social media. And it was going okay, but it wasn't doing as well as we had hoped. And then so we started testing more things like the music collaborations, which usually you see that more with, at least from what we saw, you saw that more with launched games, or like you saw music collaborations, but they weren't really for a marketing purpose. But that started doing especially well for us. We also started doing like ads and performance marketing, which the way that I understood is that was not a very viable channel for Steam games just because of how hard it is to get people to like after clicking sign into Steam on desktop and actually wishlist the game. After some light experimentation, we found areas there that worked for us. There's a lot of stuff that we plan to do that I cannot talk about yet, but
Okay.
you'll get to see in the next 3 to 4 months. But we're basically doing like the standard indie game marketing playbook and more, and a lot of more experimental ideas.
Well, I'm excited to see it. It's a beautiful game.
Thank you.
What have people been doing? Anything fun happening in the playtests, just like in the lobbies here? You said there's fireworks going on everywhere. Anything else?
A lot of things. Helen, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so I think with the design of our game, because it's very city-like, people have really found community in, I guess, the city area. So in some of our earlier playtests, there are secret areas where you can probably get yourself out of bounds. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people would find very smart ways to get out of bounds and then put themselves like on top of roofs. So you see people like
Ah.
watching anime together in our Discord server while sitting on top of the roofs, and it's like actually really cute. Otherwise, like I think people fish together a lot. People can track their fish via our fishing codex, which is very similar to a Pokédex. So there was a community competition around who's the first to get to 500 fish total, or who's first to catch the legendary fish. Because I would say like our initial implementation of fishing was pretty difficult. There was no outgame to necessarily make it easier, so it was definitely a skill level match. Yeah, but we've actually been. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the arcade machines, but there's a second.
Oh, I have
minigame.
it.
Yeah.
It's so pretty
you're at the
here.
window.
Yeah, wow.
When we did the original design of the world, you don't see much of the functionality yet, but the overall world building was designed with kind of like emergent gameplay and like role play in mind. And so like tossing around ideas of if we put in like maybe like jukeboxes or DJ sets, will people naturally have dance parties? If we put in a racetrack or if we put in hopscotch, will people have unguided play or do activities with those and make up the rules in their mind? And so we don't have a lot of those like tools yet, but it's good to see that like we've created a world where it seems like people actually want to, like right now they're just testing the boundaries of things and like making things up, but we're gonna have like more guided kind of emergent experiences later on too.
Cool. Yeah, I love that there's so much to explore already, and it seems like you guys are adding little mini games too. with more collection. Oh, the
Mhm.
bunnies are cute.
So this arcade game is actually, we have a mobile app out for this game, and I play it on the
Ah.
subway every day to work.
What's the game called?
It's called Pop Pop Bunny.
Everything feels so small from up here.
Oh, the art is very unique and it's similar. It's like Fairy Trouble and Neopets.
Yeah, I think the team built the mobile game and shipped it within like a weekend. It was like a cute little game jam in-house.
It was because we were using a different game engine at some point, and this was basically our Unity like learning and onboarding project. And it's really funny because while we didn't do like very much marketing for it, so it doesn't have too many users, a lot of the users still play. I think it's been like 1.5 years.
But this
Like,
has been
if you
out for 1.5 years.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Mobile.
On mobile.
On mobile. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it. How long do people spend when you see them play tests? Are you seeing people just play this game too?
Oh, we haven't launched this
Oh, yes.
first playtest. They have it in this game.
Sorry, I'm not used to being this early. I've only interviewed Roblox devs to date.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you-
Other games I launched. Yes.
Alright, should we hop in the dungeon?
Yeah.
Yes.
These are
We
actually our
dive
dream
in.
world.
Okay.
Here, let me join your guys' party first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys are queued for a dungeon.
Oh.
Should
Leaving
we
me
not
behind.
be? Should I cancel?
Yeah, please exit so I
Okay,
can
let's
join.
I cancel.
press
cancel.
Q to exit Q.
I should be out.
Okay, I'm in. Wait, you guys just. Alright, I'm in.
Okay. Well, party was unable to link up.
Oh.
Oh, I think it's because we pressed Q multiple times. Is that still a bug?
I think. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It,
Yay!
okay, interesting.
Are you all getting this intro
cutscene?
title? Yeah, cutscene.
Everyone has a different cutscene.
based on your diver, it's different.
Yeah, we don't have too much active storytelling, but the idea is that like over the course of playing the game at your own pace, you learn the whole story and backstory behind the character you're playing. Just like through interactions with the environment and with other NPCs and so on.
I see. Am I the DPS?
Yeah.
But depends.
Pew pew pew.
You're a ranged character
Okay.
who can build a very strong DPS if you do it correctly. So you haven't seen this part of our
No, I
Yeah, this-
haven't.
last time. So basically, you have just transformed and you landed into this dream world. This is like where you're going to pick between which biomes you actually enter. Each biome is considered like a different dream thread. So this area is called Flip Current, and it's basically like the lobby to decide which one to enter. But right now we only have one, so
Okay,
you have to
okay,
enter this one.
Got you.
Yeah, so you want to come vote on this portal, and voting on portals is what we will do at every level to decide which room rewards. Yeah, when everyone on the team votes, it'll just load us in, but otherwise it's gonna wait the full time.
Okay.
So every character has viable builds that are magic attack, physical attack, hybrid, tank, crit, CDR, and mana. But depending on what you pick, like you could be like our ranged carry or you could be like our tank. But when you do make your build choices, it's usually helpful to have something in mind beforehand.
Okay.
There's a big power difference between having a bunch of random abilities and ones that make sense together.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Learn a power.
But this seems OP. Oh, if you hold that, it charges and does more damage.
Oh, I'm on cooldown. Okay. So then now we choose.
Want money? Yeah, so this crystal is money. This little bag is charms, which is like augments. And then this hammer is upgrades for your
Okay.
abilities.
I will. Oh. Have no choice. Okay.
Team choice.
Okay, okay.
Not this.
And we got the money.
We took the money
Easy.
before. Yeah, so when you pick stuff up, the team gets it as a shared resource, but the team gets to, each individual can spend their allocation of the shared resource individually.
Okay. Oh, people didn't see last time when we played this.
Yeah.
And I self-thrown.
Not this time.
This is the newest build.
Yes, this is one we'll be showing to the public this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Thought you.
Oh, I know.
Not this.
Who do you guys think is going to be the most popular character?
Oh, we already have data on that.
Can I share or?
Yeah, you can share.
I think we're right now like 3 times. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, Kira gets picked 3 times more,
Kira does.
roughly. Yeah.
I know why. You know why.
It's because we all loved ranged characters.
That's definitely why.
Melee is hard.
It's true.
Thought you had me.
What's the longest session you've had?
Oh, to be honest, this is really dependent on our tuning. So I
Mm.
guess our design tuning has changed a lot. So yeah.
You're talking about like the length of a run?
Yeah, your longest run.
Yeah, it's inherently limited because it's a multiplayer game, so we instituted a fuel system that if you're like taking too long, you'll eventually get forced out.
You want to gamble? This
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
fuel
yeah,
system. So you see the bar on top, how it says 99.7%? That's how much
Yeah.
fuel we have. It's kind of like energy when you're in the stream. So if you smack this piñata, it tells you what percentage you're gambling away. But basically, if you're good on fuel, you can just keep smacking this in hopes to get rewards. So we just got 4 upgrade points off of that.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Why
upgrade.
would you not do that?
Exactly. Maybe because
I know, I
you
know.
have 20%
I
rewards.
know, I know, I know.
Thought you. Not this.
Oh, any other design decisions in the dungeons you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Mm,
Not this. Thought you had.
I think that the thing I would highlight is just, I think compared to other roguelites, the thing we really invested in is the amount of like unique abilities that you can select per hero. I think what we felt is like you can play a roguelite for a long time and it is a bit different every run, but it doesn't feel like tactilely different if you're using the same weapon for the entire period. So I would say that's like kind of our main differentiator as far as like your typical roguelite goes. Besides that, it was a lot of smaller things that we decided to tune or implement to make the co-op experience feel better, because it's hard to just take a single player roguelite and make it co-op. A lot of your assumptions actually break and create situations that are, I guess, like pretty regressive. And ever since we started iterating and developing, a lot of co-op roguelites have come out and tried to solve these problems in different ways. So it's been really interesting to like compare our decisions with that of games that did release and just see like what the end result was.
Were you guys fans of what Windborne has done? Or any other favorite co-op games you played recently that you wanted to either take design decisions from or just learning from?
So we definitely learned a lot from Windblown and Raven's Watch. Although generally speaking, I think our like design process for the co-op bit is more like internally oriented. Like we look at the reference games just to check ourselves and make sure that our principles and our assumptions and like generally make sense, but we still feel like co-op in this kind of game is a bit of an unsolved problem, and so we're trying to take a kind of first principles approach.
Yeah, something I'd want to add on to this is in our competitive analysis of playing other co-op roguelites on the market, like a lot of co-op roguelites, like Dan said, are like approaching this problem, but most of them still land on really prioritizing parallel play. Like when you go into the game, it's you're just building your own character and there's just someone else in the room with you, and like the co-op part is that you clear the room faster, but you are independently still doing things. Whereas in our game, we're really prioritizing trying to design around parallel play. So you feel a sense of needing your teammates to actually be focusing on similar things as you, especially as the deeper you go into the run. And yeah, like combos and feeling support from your team in that sense.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. This is actually a very key thing I forgot to mention. So
Yes, I know. That's why I brought it up.
yeah, like usually like games will opt to support parallel play versus coordinated play. One reason is because there's this inherent tension between optimizing for the co-op experience and making team play necessary versus simultaneously supporting solo and group experiences at the same time without substantially changing how the dungeon is actually played. And so we actually opted to lean towards requiring team play to be successful, where for example, if you don't have teammates that are like setting each other up, for just a simple example is like CCing a group of enemies to be hit with some attack that from another character that requires some setup, you'll actually find that the dungeon is tuned to make you fail in that case. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for us, like the goal of the game is not to. The goal of the game is to build a good enough build around your team so that the entire run is either completable but also painlessly. I think you'll find that in our game, you probably could choose to complete our threads to the boss level, but you might find it very painful if you're build. So like you feel that need to improve in a sense.
So what should I be doing now to help you guys? Or are we still early enough that it doesn't matter yet?
I think you have to, yeah, I think we're still early enough where you're not really getting punished heavily for it, but you're going to want to look at which abilities you've taken and then probably just honestly pick the right charms to augment it at this point. I think for your character, it's probably easiest to do a heavy damage build, but it's up to you.
Of course.
But typically, if you press tab, you can look at the loadouts of your teammates.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the case where you're not like in a voice call with people, because we have matchmaking, so people can play with randos. But also the point of the lobby is to find new people to play with. Yeah, in that case you can see, let's say Dan is going for a tank build, but heavy supporting his team, like he can shield the rest of us, then we probably would go more damage heavy.
So for example, I have a skill that stuns enemies and shields teammates in proximity, but does very little damage. So when I shoot this like laser beam, you should definitely stand near me and the impact of the laser beam and you'll get a shield. And I think that happened just a bit earlier. And then for example, for Helen, like she has a skill that will absorb and reflect damage. Like you'll have damage mitigation and then reflect a multiple of the damage received. And like she may at some point in the game, I don't think she has enough health to do this right now, attract the aggro of all the enemies and while we can attack from safety.
Dan, can you come? Let's get the fuel kitty.
Oh, sorry, I can't focus and
Go random.
talk
No,
at
you're
the same
doing
time.
great.
Oh yeah, actually I think we were a little nervous to do this because we've tried to play our game while like introducing someone to our game before and getting to know them, and it was actually really difficult because that's when we had to lock in.
No, Helen, you're crushing it. You Dan too. No, this is meant to be really casual. It's just a way to casually show what you guys have been working on and to show off a bit. And I feel like there's very few avenues for, especially founders, to be able to talk openly. So anything you're comfortable sharing, definitely share.
Yeah, this is a safe space.
Noted.
Yeah, somewhat safe space, since it will be public. Will the matchmaking be skill-based or just people will make friends and... They'll play with whoever.
Uh,
Definitely for friends. Yeah.
Yeah, we have like party fill, so like people queuing around the same time can opt to fill together. But the idea is more around like optimizing for playing with people you like, since it's a co-op game, versus playing with people that are the same skill level. And in fact, like one intentional design choice that we're making that it's not as apparent in this because there's only one thread that you can play is that all the threads will always be accessible, and so like new players and experienced players can play together meaningfully.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of knowledge transfer happens for our game as well. Leah, you asked earlier how if there's any like funny things that we find our community members doing. So we have a few players who have prioritized running one ability at a time each run, and then trying to one-shot the boss with the singular ability that they've-
That's me right now. I only have one ability.
Oh wait, what?
Fully leveled up. Yeah.
Oh, what? You must have
Wait,
forgotten to
I
take
think
one, or
Yeah, because
Oh,
we have
maybe
two
I
of
didn't
it.
take them.
or did you maybe skip on purpose to get the upgrade points? That'd be an
Oh.
advanced strategy. So
Maybe I accidentally did. Let's just say I did.
By the way.
I'll look back on this recording and see where I went wrong. I'll learn.
Yeah, no, our playtesters, our community is definitely, I would say, better than us at playing the game. Like, they found some crazy exploits.
That's exactly
We
what
run a community speedrun every time we do a playtest, and I'm pretty sure they hold the record for the fastest time through the dungeon. Like, they will somehow melt the boss that has a 3-part musical overture to it, and they will listen to maybe 30 seconds of it before it is done. Our composer's very sad.
Oh, they're just so fast? Wow.
it's actually crazy because a lot of like us devs have played the game for probably 200 hours of this at this
Yeah.
point because we playtest. Some people playtest every day,
Yeah.
and then we've had what like 8 full days of the playtest being up for a community, and somehow they're like many of them are much better than any of us.
Did you
Wait, though,
play
I
a
think-
lot of roguelites before? Did your whole team play a lot of roguelites?
It's a mix, I would say.
Definitely our design team. Yeah, I think something that we've also heard a lot is because a lot of the traditional roguelites that people love and adore are single player. I think a lot of people have told us that our design with this co-op has been particularly inviting because we also, not only as a co-op, we're also, I think our color scheme is just very welcoming rather than intimidating. That's been what the genre, I would say, art style has been.
Yeah, I would agree. And it also seems a great Steam Deck game.
Yeah, I think our new player funnel is definitely more I like this world, or I like these characters, or I like this art, and then this is the first roguelite I've
You
ever
played before.
tried.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
And it's
they're
like,
like,
oh, roguelites are pretty
so
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Wait, Leah, you gotta get an ability this time. This is an ability room.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm getting charms, don't worry.
Oh yeah, if you press tab, you can also see like your stats if you wanted to check what you were building toward. They're on the bottom right tab.
I see.
Probably know you're in a run. Leah, does our game remind you of any other games that you have fond memories of since you play a lot of games?
I don't play a lot of roguelites. I would say the most recent one I played a decent amount of was Windblown. And, and I loved it. But this is very fun too. And you guys have tuned it a lot.
Indeed.
It must be really cool for you to see every iteration how the playtesters are feeling about it.
Yeah.
And it must be really rewarding to get the feedback and seeing that they love it and are making friends through it.
Yeah. They also make a lot of fan art because I think with our art style, we tracked in particular a lot of artists. So it's also been really cool to see people just make art for a game that's not even done or released.
Yeah. So most of your play testers are gamers. They're just not necessarily playing this genre.
Yes, they're definitely gamers. Yes, I would say they are multifaceted, very creative gamers.
As opposed to what?
Single-threaded gamers. They're gamers like Leah who also edit videos.
Oh, I don't know if I'm a multifaceted creative fan art gamer. Oh, I need to get an ability. Okay. How do you find playtesters, Helen, since you're running that? I see you so active on the Discord.
Oh, we all of our like CTAs on all promotional efforts and social media point toward kind of encouraging players to try our playtest. So if they wished, well, before this weekend, if they wanted to try our playtest, then they will join our Discord. Yeah. But now our playtest will no longer need you to join our Discord because you can just play the demo via Steam. Yes.
Oh, so all of them have been from social? Just you put out something, a cute post or something, and then they just join the Discord, and then they start playing?
I think we have strong traction from social, but we also are getting our ads are basically doing really well because we don't actually have any ad creatives. We just run our very fun musical trailers as ads, and people actually continually tell us that we're the only ad that they'll keep watching.
Wow.
We're finding a lot of success in
I'm gonna
such
die.
as untraditional for games, is my understanding, especially indie games.
Yeah, I mean, our ads are basically giving people a video that they would have otherwise just wanted to watch,
Yeah.
whether or not it was an ad.
Yeah.
And that seems to be working, at least for
Ah.
early adopters of games.
Yeah.
Oh, I've accidentally died. I'm just here to haunt.
We need to pop your bubble, and you'll revive. Yeah, I got it. Oh, you dodged out of.
I see what's going on.
We could also finish the level, and you'll pop out of your bubble.
That is true. Ooh, guaranteed to crit.
But to talk a bit more about playtesters, so very early on, we just mainly took advantage of college clubs. We did a lot of playtesting with NYU. We did playtesting with Columbia, which is how Helen was first introduced to us.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Wait, NYU's never tested Starlight Revolver, have they? Or did they?
They have, yeah.
Oh, they tested. Okay, I thought they tested the other game.
Oh,
And then there's also like a local like indie dev community here in New York called Gumbo, and so we've done playtesting with them too. They have a playtest and happy hour event. But these days we just get a lot of natural inflow from the socials and ads. Yeah, more than we can really.
I died.
Oh,
wow.
wasn't paying attention.
Me neither. It is tough to talk and play. It is indeed tough. Okay. I know we've taken up a lot of time. Anything else you guys want to share? Oh, what is this? I think I pressed cancel and I'm back in the game.
Did you respawn in?
Wait, no, do you just need to press tab again?
Oh, are you in the like? You can still walk around in the level in like kind of
I see.
a failed state.
You have to bring
yeah.
up the scoreboard to press surface to nim, right?
Yeah, or you could press
Retreat
escape
to
and then
nim.
click.
No. End dungeon.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Both of those work.
Alright, I'll go to return it now. Okay, I'm back. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I think Dan didn't say this explicitly, but we are participating in Steam Next Fest. That's what he meant by the June 8th demo.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yes. I think we're a little bit nervous because the Switch is being announced right before that. We'll see.
A release. Release.
I see. The Switch 2 release.
Are you guys making assets and trailers in-house, or are you working with an agency you like?
We have not worked with external agencies to produce any of our existing assets
Oh,
or
it's all
trailers.
been made in-house, everything.
Music also is pretty close.
We work with an animation house, and then we we did most of the stuff ourselves. For future trailers, we'll start doing less of it ourselves, but I think we're just very picky with every single detail of the trailer, and now we have our formula.
I see. And this trailer I'm watching on Steam, you guys
Which
have
one?
there's an IGN one, and there is the PC Gaming Show one, and then there's the Reveal one that I think got a lot of views on YouTube. I remember.
The one with the animation
Animation, okay.
outsourced. Yeah.
Okay.
And we did it in that order, yeah. Reveal, PCGS, and then IGN FanFest.
Anything else on running playtests for... You guys are a premium game, right?
Yeah.
How does it work? Do you revoke access? Do you give playtesters free access after? Do you give them a discount? Like, how does it work for just a game that you have to buy versus a free-to-play game?
I think we haven't had any concerns from our players around it. So we hold Q&As like with devs as like the kickoff event essentially. So it's come up a few times like, oh, we know this is a premium game. How much will it be at launch? And when we told them, they were like, oh, like we would already pay that much for this game. But it's like a third of the content we would have at launch. So we're like, okay, you guys don't care, then we don't care.
Oh, so they don't care. They're just like, oh yeah, we'll just buy it.
They're just like, this is cool, let me touch it.
Ah, I see.
Our early testers do get a number of like rewards for being this early though, so there will be skins that they could not otherwise get, sticker packs. We might raffle some free copies as well at TBD, but there's some compensation.
Yeah, I've already prepped my Steam account to be sold because these exclusive early skins.
We'll go for a lot. Okay, then I have to play more. I want more. Will my skins carry over? Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cosmetics carry over.
I have the noble attire.
Oh,
That is the default.
Oh, never mind.
you-
I
you
thought
should
don't
have the
think-
plum, right? The plum is default given to everyone. For Kira.
I do have the plum.
Okay, nice.
Oh, so I guess I didn't buy anything. Was there anything to buy? I definitely would have bought.
No, I think you didn't play it. Oh no, I think last time you played we didn't give you a redemption code for the early skin on Kira.
What the
Because-
heck? Oh,
Oh,
Well, you would have had to
representation will be
wishlist the
made.
game.
I've had the game wish listed.
Oh, but then you have to message in a
Redeem
specific.
the-
Yeah,
Okay,
there's,
then you can redeem it in
there's
the
a
game.
process. There's a process for it. Yeah.
Fine. Fine. And then, any other funny stories? You said the first time you guys did a big open release, the servers blew up and your engineers worked all night. Like, anything like that you're expecting to happen this weekend?
We're expecting nothing to go wrong. The funny story about the first time is like the servers went down partially because we over provisioned, and then because we over provisioned, that created some problems for us. So it wasn't just that there was a lot of people engaging with the game at once, which was a factor too. We also created a bunch of excess servers that like created load issues elsewhere.
Yes, our community started calling us Starlight Reconnecting, so that was really funny. There's also Starlight Reloading.
Any other mini games I should play?
No, have you checked out this map?
I think so. I think I checked
Oh.
it out. Let me see again. Oh, how many more characters will be released?
Like playable characters?
Playable characters, yeah.
We cannot tell you in full, but for early access there will be 4.
Okay. So more characters.
Yeah.
But there's
This is a
like,
game where new characters will constantly be released.
but Dan, there's allegedly 1,000 revolvers, right?
1,000.
That is true.
How much, and then my last question is how much customization do you guys want to add?
So for the characters, there's already like a good amount. I just think you don't have the requisite like cosmetics or materials. But for both your city and your in dive form, you could equip like a full body outfit, something on your head. So like we have like headbands, sunglasses, things like that. Something on your upper back and something on your lower back. So think like wings, capes, things like that
Oh,
as
I see.
as
Tail,
customization
full body.
option.
Okay.
You could
While
call
we're
it tail.
I think here we haven't experienced like a different time of day, but once it gets dark, also you might find some interest in cosmetics that glow.
I have some interest in glowing cosmetics.
Oh, Leah, you have to play in our next fest because the cosmetics you get from playing in next fest are they're very cute. They're very on theme for
That's
the
all.
time of year.
Oh, like like a summer theme? Like pool party theme?
I cannot comment.
All right. Well, anything else you want to share? Any other plugs for the game? The
No,
final
just
moment.
play our demo in June, please, and let us know what you think.
Wish to start when?
Wish list the game.
Oh, wish list the game. Woo, wish list the game. Okay, thank you guys.